Tube! Is Tube back again? Back in the room! Ah, I've missed this. How have we all been? Wow. Feels weird sitting back down here again. Finally got the rooms sorted, done. Well, I say sorted and done. Now the youngest has got to sort the room out, but all the stuff's been manoeuvred and moved into space, so I have the old man cave back, the old blast furnace, the old ice chiller, Tales from the Chiller. I think I'm going to call it. It's fucking cold today, I tell you what. 19.5. It will get colder than this. Yeah, so Tales from the Chiller with your host, Tutor UK. I've got some cracking pickups, absolute belters, and an amazing find today, bar none. I don't know where to start. So let's have a sup first. Right. Any news? News? Not really. Not anything that's already been covered. Just wait for Crimbo to come and go now. Get that fucker out of the way. So yeah, I'm not. There's nothing in the pipeline for going anywhere or doing anything yet. A lot of events next year. I've mentioned Revive. We've got Blackpool in February. We'll have to see. I think February. I don't know. It just feels a bit close. Too close to after Christmas. And as I was saying to a couple of lads, with the problem is as well, some of these events are just getting back to back. You've got like a month's difference, and it's too much. It takes a shine off it. It really does. So I might have to curtail some of the events this year. Perhaps we'll just say. Like I say, I'm not really thinking about anything beyond Christmas. That's you know, it's just I'm not going to do it. I'm not booking hotels or anything. So what have we found? What have we got? Today, I'll do today. I'll do today first. Found this in. Actually, no. How it come about was I went into Game, and I was looking at their sort of paraphernalia, which I think seems to be a lot more attractive than the actual video games. So they just sell statues, and well, the one near me sells statues and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, quite cool figurines and stuff like that. And obviously they've got all the Namco. I would call them pops, but they didn't have any of them anyway. That's what I went in to look for, because I've seen Scott Glory Hunt. He's got Dig Dug from that, so it kind of made me think, I need to go back in and check. But they didn't have any. But I had a scout round, had a nose about as you do. I looked at the guys, because I know some of the guys can be quite expensive, but Game, they tend to do massive reductions on them at a certain point. So I thought I'll have a nose through, see if there's anything like last gen or whatever that's about. And I noticed there was playing with superpower, so very akin to the playing with power that come out for the NES Mini. There's one that's called Playing with Superpower, back the Super Nintendo, the SNES, and obviously it covers the majority of the games that are on there. Yeah, some people will probably say, oh, it's to do with the release of the SNES Mini. I don't think it ever was, and neither was Playing with Power. But it's just more coincidental. I don't know. But I know that Jay picked it up, and I think Alex has picked it up and had it in there, and it's 20 quid, reduced from 25. So I was kind of wondering a little bit. I thought, oh, fucking hell. I wonder if they've got it in the works. So the works is like a sort of budget bookstore, I suppose, for want of a better word. I think they tend to get a lot of overstock or stock that hasn't sold, and they just obviously reduce it down and flog it on. So I went in there and had looking around, and they didn't have it. I think it's probably a little bit too new, probably have to give it 6 months or so. But what I did see in there was, guide-wise, they had Triforce of Power, the Zelda one, on the 3DS. And the undernard at that, 7 quid. I thought, it's not really the main game for me, as in like one of the Zelda main games, sort of. So I thought, nah, I'm just going to leave it. And then I looked. What I wanted to look? I looked to the left, and it had another guy for something else. Oh God, I can't think what it was now. It was like maybe like Batman, or it was Tomb Raider, something like that. But what caught my eye, just above it, it was like stepped at the back of the shelf, so you kind of had to sort of crouch down and look underneath. I've got an itchy nose, I do apologise. And I seen the bottom of this and I thought, that looks like, what, you know, what I think it is. So I managed to pull all these fucking books out, rip the fucking shelf to pieces. And there was, like I say, because it had a step on the shelf, they were on this back step there, sort of tucked under, so I had to tuck them out. There was 3 copies of this. The first one I took out was open. Because I just double checked to sort of see if it's the one I'd already got, and it's very, very similar, but it's a hardback edition, yeah. But that one, because it's been opened, I think there's like a map or something in there. It is all shredded. So again, like I said, I think there's about 3 or 4 of them. Dug them out, and I found one that there was another one that the back was torn. It still had the cellophane on it, but it was like seen better days. And I think there was this one and another one that were completely sealed. So I looked at it for 10 quid. I thought it's the same thing, bar none, but it's just a better version of it. So after all of that bullshit, and the thing with what I was going to say is, check out your works. These probably won't be in a prominent position. They did have the paperback version, which I've got a copy for Jay, but it's playing with power. But this is the one that's in this hard NES slipcover case. So the one that was open, obviously did open it up, and the front of that is different to the original. I can't find it now. So yeah. Tenner. Okay, not like dirt cheap, but so the playing with superpower is like a American SNES cart. It's even got you can even feel the riffles on the cardboard. So yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing as playing with power, but for a tenner. So if anyone has got a works near them, get yourself down there. Find somewhere to put this bloody thing now. Stick it there for a minute. Right. This is a heads up from Owen Labossu. When did he do this? A couple of weeks back now. He was on about this game, and I went literally straight onto Amazon, bagged me a copy. It's turned up. I'm sure that, or maybe it's reseated itself, but I'm sure the disc was loose. Sounds like it's reseated itself now. It's still sealed. But he mentioned this game, and I tell you what, all in ships, fucking absolute bargain. I think it's like a tenner, £10.50. I don't know if they've got any more on there. But if I remember, I'll put a link to said item. But you just go onto Amazon and just Google and search for this game. It is the greatest hits. It is a US version. Never got a UK or European release, and it's Chrono Cross on the PlayStation. So apparently it's not meant to be a very good game. I didn't want to say that to Labossu, but I knew it's not meant to have a patch on the original Chrono Trigger. But as per he said, it does continue the story. So yeah, it's sealed shrink wrap. It does feel very, very light. Shall we open it? Because I said when I got it, I could hear the disc rattling around. I don't know if it's managed to bed itself back down again. But yeah, check out Owen's channel, Labossu 77. So he's a year younger than me. Look, I've opened it. I think he said he's had a crack in it. He was right as well. The plastic feels very cheap. It feels like a cheap plastic. I'm guessing, I don't know, because I don't own many US titles, and I definitely don't own any greatest hits ones. But it's probably, that's why it's the greatest hits, because it's just the way they've done it. It all looks legit, but yeah, you can tell the case. It just feels, it's like you've almost got like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a cheap 2-disc thing, like, you know, stuff you get in the pound shop. It's just, yeah, I know what he's on about. It's just that cheap plastic. Just recase it, you know, it's not a problem. But yeah, for £10.90, shipped from the US. Could come from Amazon US. So, trying to think which way to do this. Do it now. I'm gonna go to my favourite sex shop. Yes, You know what it is. We're back on the CX trail. CX Roulette of Doom. Bastards have fucking cottoned onto it. Who was I talking to? Silly Steve. Sort of said I liked it when everyone thought it was shit and never used it. But yeah, they all seem to have cottoned on. Right, I got a couple of titles. I got some PlayStation and some Mega CD. Yeah, because I haven't got any Saturn. I haven't got any Saturn from CX. So this one, I kind of like, fucking hell, shit. Took a bit of a flyer on it because I swore to myself I didn't mind it was missing the front insert. It's not, so it's a fucking double. Doesn't really matter too much. I bought these two in store. Oh, this is a swap one actually. It's the same fucking game anyway. No matter. I picked up Broken Sword 2. This is actually my old copy. I can tell it's got a slight crack in the spine. Whereas the one that I got from CX it's literally the same, but it hasn't got a crack in the spine. Because I even thought, because I thought this one didn't have the front insert, but just. Then afterwards I thought, well, maybe if that one's not better condition, it's not faded, or the disc, it's not. They're literally the same, so I can't even justify it that way. So I've got a spare copy of that. I'll probably move on at the next event, as long as they get me £10 back. You know, not too fussed. I don't think I'm going to lose any money on it. It's about £13 game. But the one I picked up, because I'd grabbed some fodder. What was it? An Xbox One game, Rare Replay. Oh god, a couple of Xbox 360 titles. I can't think what they are now. I ended up with about 30 odd quid credit. It's something like 25, 30 quid. But they had this one in there, but it's 25, and I thought, I'm definitely having that. Said to the lady, is it complete? She said, yeah, it's fine. So I grabbed this one. Say nothing wrong with it. Perfecto. Harvest Moon. Back to Nature. So that's all there. So this is a keep. I haven't got this. I do now. This is what it's all about. There you go. So I think 25 quid is a really good price. It's a really good price. Obviously that's just a box version as well. And to be honest, it's not mint because the manual has been looked through. It's seen a few thumbs, Daz, as he likes to say. But I don't mind. You might have even seen the chocolate finger, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, looking at the Evil Bay, some people are asking twice that for this. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. But 25 quid's a good price. I think there's one or two online left. I've got an itchy shoulder. But they might be fucked. It might be no manual. Might no front insert. I don't know. I could see that one. I could lick it. I could taste it if I wanted to. So I've got £25. Done. But I've obviously bought Broken Sword 2 as well at the same time. So yes, I had been done. So these are online purchases. I had some credit and it was just burning old. Well, waiting and waiting and waiting for a Saturn game to appear that I needed, and it just weren't happening. So I kind of always have a scout over Mega CD stuff, and these two appeared. Thought I've got to get them, and I chucked this one in because it was like £3, £3.20, £3.50. I thought I ain't got it, so fuck it, chuck it into the mix. It's come through, it's all complete. I've had to swap a few of the cases over, which is not a big deal. So first up is FIFA International Championship Soccer. So that's, let's see that little sticker smudge there. There's a little crack there. Basically, to them that know, you probably know all this already, especially Mega CD ones. If I show you, actually as well, you can see the difference. See, that's grey, and that's black. So the cheaper one tends to be this black colour, whereas the better plastic, especially on these Mega CDs ones, is a grey colour. It's hard. I don't know if the camera's picking that tone up. It's two different tones. But anyway, that's how you can tell the difference. But with these, with the double cases, If it's only, as long as it's only like, say that's cracked there, what you do is you get a normal jewel case, and the back of it you flip it upside down, and that's what that forms. It's not the actual front of the jewel case, it's the back of it. So you don't necessarily have to go out, and as long as all your hinges and stuff are intact on these, you don't need to buy another double case. You just need to get some old jewel cases, CD cases, and just literally swap the backs. Basically the backs and the front and the back. Anyway, it's all there. Bizarrely, this has got 2 manuals. I don't know if it's meant to come with 2 manuals, but mine does, so I don't know. They may be multilingual, but don't know. Yeah, it's got a load of languages on it, so maybe split over. But yeah, FIFA International Soccer Championship Edition. It's godful, isn't it? So that was like just a chuck-in title. Let's get it while we're ordering. And obviously you're paying postage again on everything now, just in case those that are not aware. I'm sure you all are now. All those that you roll the CEX dice. Oh, there's something else I want to show you. I'll show you this one at the end. Bit of an upgrade. Right, anyway, so the 2 Mega CD games that I did see, that I thought I want them, I'm going to grab them. And again, the cases on these weren't great, so I've just swapped them over. I mean, if you get nice jewel cases, you can actually make these look absolutely pristine. You know, if you get like brand new CD cases, to swap that, say, choose the backs, and you'll end up with beautiful cases, as long as the artwork's okay. So anyway, first up I grabbed is Double Switch. Now I think this one was, yeah, this is how it gets a bit weird, because this is about 26 quid, which is about the going rate. If you look on Evil Bay, it's about the going rate for this. It's complete in, you know, really nice condition. Didn't have to do anything with this one. Didn't have to get it cleaned or anything. Everything's intact. To show you. So Corey Haim, isn't it? Yeah, Corey Haim and Deborah Harry. So very much off the back of like Night Trap and that kind of sort of stuff. But the other one, and I said I didn't know too much about this. I just sort of saw it there and thought, well, I haven't got it, so I've got this credit, it's burning a hole in my pocket. It's fucking, let's just spunk it on Mega CD games. I had to go back and get the disc cleaned on this. It's not a problem. There is a little bit, I swapped the case as well, but there is a bit of residue on the actual insert itself. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not overly fussed. This one was only 20 quid. Turns out this is a fucking bargain for that. So I've got me a copy of Eternal Champions Challenge from the Dark Side. So you've got a little bit of a sticker residue there, which isn't on the case. And a little bit just on the back there. I can live with that for the minute. I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna have a cow, man. I'll make your disc. It's quite a chunky manual on this. I'm guessing it's probably got all the moves in it. And it's seen a fist. Had a fist though, Daz. No, it's multilingual. No, maybe it's not. Actually, I don't think it is. No, it's all the moves. It is multilingual, but on each single page. So fuck, that's literally, it's columned. So English, Spanish, I don't know, German or whatever it is. Wow. But yeah, so this, I say I just bought it. Just thought, well, I haven't got it. Checked on eBay and it's fucking about 70 odd. I think it was 60 or 70 quid. So 20 quid would look pretty damn safe. So quite happy with that when that come through. So I don't often buy Mega CD games from CX because I'm still trying to finish off the Saturn set. Speaking of the Saturn, one game that I did buy off there, I've just upgraded my copy, basically. Not cheap. I think it's gone up. This has gone up by a tenner. But I bought it and I've just got my money back, so I just took this one back. This is it's literally as it come. I've just took mine back. This is 120 quid. This box. This is not mint. So I think the mint one's 150, so it's 30 quid more. So I've got a complete copy now of Shining Force 3. And honestly, fucking thing. I don't know, if I was selling this and they said to me this is not mint, I would have kicked off big style. This is an absolute fucking belter. Bobby Dazzler, as Woodland would say. Fucking manual's has not seen a film. I can tell you. So mine was missing the manuals. It's got all the little bumpage and stuff like that, but wow. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. And to be honest, I didn't have to pay any of the extra postage because it's over 50 quid. Packaging wise, it was really good. And because there's so much of it, I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be light. It feels light. It's missing the manual. What fucking bastard. And then that ends up being like that, and I was like, fucking hell, what a score. Oh, you bastard! So, well happy with that. So I'll sort all these out. Yeah, so chuffed with that. So, just an upgrade. There are a couple of Saturn games that haven't got manuals that I obviously need to source them at some point. Sega Bass Fishing is definitely one that springs to mind. I can't think. There'll be others. Once, if, when, maybe I complete the set, I'll go back and I'll just obviously like tidy up them edges. You know, and anything that's like a little bit not to my liking condition wise, I'll look to upgrade it. Right. I'll leave them till the end at the minute. Got a find from today from charity shop. I didn't think this was going to come off at all. I thought, yeah, she's just saying that. She's not going to... I might have called a bluff. I don't know. It's hard to say. I sort of give her the benefit of the doubt. Right, so there's one of the shops I go to. They don't tend to get a lot of gaming stuff in. She's a little bit savvy on the game stuff. A bit. She knows it's worth some money. And I know that they do the whole I'm going to send it off to eBay thing, which I get. Sorry, just that. Which I get, but what I don't get is some of these ones when you send them off to their eBay, they don't even get the actual credit or the sale. So that bit I don't get. I don't get why you would do that. Why would you devalue your own shop in terms of a potential sale for the greater good of the charity? Anyway. Went in there today. I said it's generally not a great deal in terms of gaming stuff there. I always know the lady. She said, "Oh, anything doing?" She said no. She said, "But," and I thought she said, "we're going to get a Condor." So I was like, "What?" And she looked at me a little bit weird. She went, "A Commodore?" I was like, "Oh," I thought you said the Condor. So to be fair, she didn't have to tell me that, but she did. I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Oh." Like, and when she sort of said that, I was like, "Oh, as in like someone's going to bring it in, or is it?" She said, "Yeah, someone's meant to bring it. They're going to bring it in the week." I said, "I'll bring it in Saturday because I've got nowhere to put it." I said, "Okay." I said, I'd be interested in that. She then sort of said, "Oh yeah, because I was going to put it on. I was going to send it off to eBay." I was like, "Oh, I'll sod you then," like joking around. She went, "No. I've got," because she's got my number anyway. Because apparently she's got one in her loft, personal one that's never. Especially she hasn't been up in the loft to get it. So she's got my number. She knows my name anyway. And obviously about this Commodore that's meant to be coming in. I said, "Well, I've got to do a few things in town. What this, that, and the other. So you know, maybe if it comes in while I'm still up here, let me know. You know, so I'm on WhatsApp. So if it's cheap, because she said, I'll send you some pictures, this, that, and the other." So okay, great. So I was doing my thing in town, look at the shops. Finding some Tatton to CX, nothing amazing, guys. Just some wee bits. Went to Game. I think Game was the last one. Not Game, the Works. I thought, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pop back up to that shop because it's about just gone 11 at this point. I thought, just see if you know, 'cause I checked my phone, there's nothing else. So I just see, 'cause I'm here, up here anyway. So I walked in, I said, oh, hello, you know, any joy? She went, oh, like that. And I thought, oh, God. She said, oh, come out the back. So I've never been out the back of this shop. I've looked through the door, but I've never been out the back. And she said, oh, it's smaller than what I thought it was. I'm thinking, so it is a Commodore. I'm thinking, oh, don't be like a VIC-20 or, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know. I was kind of trying to think, because I was like, well, I don't know what it could be. And then there's this massive printer box. I thought, oh, please just be full of that and games, you know. She opens the printer box, all down the sides, all like crockery. Then there's this like carrier bag and other bag all wrapped up, and it's in that. So anyway, she opens it all up, and it transpires it's an A600. Still nice, right? So we bagged us an Amiga A600. It's a little bit musty. It's got a musty smell to it. Not in bad nick at all. A little bit of yellowing on the keys. Some of it might just be grime. You can see a few that are just yellow just around here. But overall, pretty good condition. Honestly, you know, just a bit grubby, but not like mega grubby. It's not been opened. Now I think, did all 600s come with a hard drive, or was it a 600 plus, A600 plus that had the hard drives? I can't remember. I haven't even powered it up, so I don't even know if it works. Judging by what's here, I'm guessing it probably does, but that's me making a big assumption. It comes with a very nice additional Kamana external drive. Und the power. We've got two mice, two mooses. We've got the old tank mouse, the OG tank, and then I think the newer one which come with that is a small one. So I may keep this one for my 1200, because I think the one I've got is from Minx, Craig, and I think it was a bit bashed up. I think it was like cracked and stuff, but it still worked. But yeah, these just need a bit of a clean up, so I might keep that one and I might punt the tank one on. Power supply, which is the slimmer. For those you don't know, it's the lighter one as well. The A600 come with like a white, lot slimmer, lot lighter power supply. Yeah, a lot of the Amiga collectors prefer the original 500 power supplies. So a lot, I think, better build quality. I think essentially. And then weirdly enough, this little thing here, and I'd never seen one of these, so I had to actually look to see what it is. It's meant to come with some software. There is no software with this either, which is a bit of a pisser because I thought there might be some games. But it's a Video Amiga, and apparently it comes with some, as you can see there, Rombo software. Basically allows you to do digitize stuff. So one's probably going to be AV in. That's obviously some sort of like parallel port, and then you've got an S-video and I don't know, maybe composite at the back there, which is where your video would go into. I don't know. I'm guessing. Because like I said, there's no software. There's nothing with it other than what you've seen there. So I don't know. No good to me. To be honest, the 600 is no good to me. I've got a 1200 accelerator and everything else. So I looked at it and I thought, ah, shit, there's no software. I would like some games. So I know there's a lot of people. Paul, Mr. Bads, go and check him out. Loving his Amiga videos and his 16-bit ST whatever. And obviously my mate Big Mike Houlihan. Without further ado, retro. Much ado about retro. No, without further ado, retro. His big Amiga head. So it's nice to have some like trade fodder, you know. Yeah, there isn't any yet. I did ask her, I said, "Oh, did you mention about software?" When I go in again, I might sort of say to her, if they come in, ask them again, because it looks like it is missing all the software. So maybe it's somewhere else. I don't know. But I said to her, "Well, what do you think price-wise?" Because when I sort of said to her about it. She said, "Oh, I was going to try to phone you. I swapped my bag over, and your name's in the little note in the front of my bag." So it could have been true. So she didn't have to tell me it was there. But I'll just get a little bit like, does she not really want me? But then again, she probably could have said it's not here. She weren't that bothered, you know. But that's still there. They're not meant to sell electrics. Hence why she probably said she was going to send it to eBay. So I said to her, what are you thinking price-wise? She said, well, I don't know. She said, it's just crap to me. She said, ordinarily I would have probably thrown it in the bin. I was like, fucking hell, don't do that. So I went, 25 quid? She was like, yeah, done. So, like, you know, for her, it's come in. She didn't have to do anything with it. It was still out the back. It didn't have to be processed or anything. She made 25 quid, bump in the till. Job's a good one. So she was happy. I'm fucking happy as Larry. I tell you what, I come back. I know the 500s, about 80 quid-ish, give or take, even on their own. You know, well, not their own, but the power supply. With all the other bits there, I mean, I can't believe how much Amiga mice go for. Like fucking 15 quid. The Commander drives, they go for about 35 quid, so... all win. All I can see there is one of the big hit of Saturn games. Or two maybe, depending on what I can get for it. So it's not going to be kept, I don't need it. In her own words, she probably would have thrown it away. Would she have said it? I don't know. They've got 25 quid. I've got a nice bit of trade fodder. Saturn games in there. I've got to test it all. I've got some Amiga games in the garage somewhere. I've got to dig one out. That's the only fucking bugbear with these. The disk drives go for a shit, don't they? So that's it. 25 quid. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Right. Last. We got some Saturn. This has definitely got to take me down to single digits, these two. I can't remember what the number is now. Was I at 11? So it's got to be 9. We've got 2 games here. I think it's 9 games. I think it's 9. I need to check. This was one of the sort of cheaper ones. Remember I told you about the cheaper ones. This was one of them. I think I ended up getting it for like 18 quid, which is not a bad price. It's all complete. It's all in pretty nice condition, so I can't argue. There's none of the Saturn wobble or anything like that. So yeah, it's off the list. Did get a PlayStation release as well. It's Off-World Interceptor Extreme. Again, not what I've never seen this on CEX. I'm not sort of saying it's rare or anything like that, but it's just one that I just don't see. I don't see it about a lot. There's a few on eBay, and again, like I mentioned before with Saturn stuff, some people just go fucking mental. You know, this guy was pretty reasonable. Tell a lie, there's a couple of teeth missing, but it's not enough that it falls out. But it's all there. It's all in. You know, manual's fine. Little just where it's been rendered, the crease down the side there. But yeah, quite happy with that. So there's no wobble on it. I think it's at 18 quid posted, so I can't grumble. And then the last one, Jesus Christ, man, I thought I was done spunking the cash with Street Fighter collection. So this come about on the Mighty Galaxy Sega. There's a chap, Dave McShane, and it was some post he put up. It was some words like, "Surely to God, someone's got this. Someone's got a copy of this. The last one that I need." And it was what game that I can't find now? It's a Midway Arcade Greatest Hits Atari. I don't know what I call it, Atari. Yeah, the Atari Collection. Midway Presents. So he put that there, and obviously I had a duplicate copy because I got an absolute belter from Ant Harper at Retro Gear, retrogear.co.uk. So I had the copy that I got from Doncaster. So I said to Dave, Dave, I've got a copy. If you're interested, let me know. Obviously open to trades, because I'm thinking, you know, at this point I didn't have Off-World Interceptor or anything like that. You know, I'm not daft. I know, you know, we all know we can all use eBay, we can all use Google. There's no point trying to fucking polish a turd. So I was realistic about what I had and the value, etc. So we were chatting away, and I sort of said, "Oh, what have you got?" I sent him a list of what I needed. So I've got, I think he had two. I think he had two of the games. I want to say three, but I don't think there was. Was it NHL All-Star 98? I can't remember. But the one that I picked, if you like, was one that I thought, and I thought at the time, this is going to be the last big hit. I'll be done. And he had the other one, which subsequently now the price of that's gone through the fucking roof and all. But yeah, it was like the last massive big hitter for me. I said, "Oh, what about that? Would you do a Part X for this particular game? Taking off the difference for that game, and then split the cost again, because it's just easier. You know, if someone's willing to sort of bend a little bit with me, I'll pay them half of it, like I do with Pete with Street Fighter, and then I'll square them up again the other half." And to be fair to Dave, he said, "Yeah, it's fine." Which is what you want, you know. Unless you're very got very deep pockets, it's hard to be able to spunk 200 quid. Plus on a single game. It don't happen. Today, like I say, Dave was really nice. Allowed me to sort of divvy it all up. You know, after spun a few wheels, got him his money anyway. We then did another part exchange for another title that I had. It was a duplicate on another system, so that offset a little bit the cost. So it ended up, anyway, I think I got his money to him in like less than 2 weeks. And he'd sent me this before they even paid him, so you know, kudos to him. A bit like Pete, top guys there on Galaxy Sega. So after all that fucking waffle, you know what it is anyway. It's none other than the mighty Swagman. And this is, I think this is Pete's old copy. So Dave told me he bought it off Pete Coombs. So it's gone about a bit. A cheap asshole. Schwag of the Man. So yeah, absolutely immaculate condition. I bet if we took it to CX, it'd probably say, like, see the manual there's a little nick. Ah, yeah, you can't be mint because it's got that on it. I'd never played this game. Yeah, PlayStation release as well. Yeah, cause a core game. But like I say, again, in an absolutely fantastic condition. I think I'm down to 9. When I got this, I thought, yeah, that's, you know, I've only got, yeah, that's the worst of it over. And then looked at Kyo 2. Fuck me, man, that's gone through the roof and all now. So it's like, I'm trying to catch the market up here. I'm struggling. Some of the games that are easily attainable on the bay. I think I've got Mr. Bones, Kyo 2. The next probably expensive one is Herbix or Herbix Pepito or something like that. About 80 odd quid. We'll see. I think Kyo 2's the next. I thought it was going to be Mr. Bones, but like I say, Kyo 2's gone through the roof. So I need to acquire about 9 more games yet. So we're still a long ways off. Still a long ways off, guys. That's it from me. Bit of update. Nice to be back in the usual spot. With all me shit collecting dust around me. Oh, it's good to breathe it in. All that dead skin. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.